Hey, what is up, peeps? Back with another reaction. Back at you with some more Nova. I was about to say Rockefeller. She got a badass last name. I like that last name. But we got some Nova Rockefeller. Just dropped this today. We are on it, and perfect timing, man. Because I just did a reaction to one of her older videos from like back in the days. Like what was it, like 9, 10 years ago or something like that? But problem fire track. And I'm new into getting into Nova Rockefeller. So, but regardless, this right here is Lost Girls. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. This is the place to be. Stay tuned for after this reaction, and go check out my other reactions to Nova Rockefeller and Tom McDonald. The whole shebang. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. We got Nova Rockefeller, Lost Girls. Let's check it out.
Kids in a system that nobody loves, sitting in bus stations, sun coming up, nowhere to sleep, so we need to find drugs. All we had was us screaming, don't give up. Barely 15, but we had to grow up. Arms full of cuts and nobody to trust. How can you have dreams when you're us? I was always hanging with the lost girls. They're running from the cops, seeing a lot of girls. Can I crash at your house? Nowhere to go, girls. Now the escorts are overdose girls. Oh, things will sell for a little more liquor. Ooh, now you're homesick for a place that you've never known. Ooh, all we know is climbing fences in the dark. And all we know is growing up was way too hard. And all we know is the mystery lost in the park. And all we know is perfect people that we are. Nowhere to go but found someone to boo. Someone got drugs, so tonight is the moon. Got no one to be and got nothing to do.
I didn't know she played guitars and stuff. So, because I heard her mention something about this. What was it? I think it was in Chrome. It might have been that Chrome video with her and Tom and Adam. But she mentioned something about like foster care systems. So you guys will let me know. But so did she grow up in the foster care system or something like that? I'm just curious. And I noticed that she talks a lot about like a rough upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Like, rough upbringing, having to do shit, to survive. So I'm just curious. You guys will let me know either way. But I heard her mention that before, so that's why I'm curious.
Nowhere to go but found someone to boo. Someone got drugs, so tonight is the moon. Got no one to be and got nothing to do. Barely 15 when we dropped out of school. No one to care, nobody to call. Wearing whatever we steal from the mall. Lost a few on the way, paint their names on the walls. I swear that it wasn't our fault. I was always hanging with the lost boys. They're running from the cops, done a lot boys. They're out there selling rocks, popping off boys. Now they're doing drugs, so they got shot boys. Oh, the things you'll do to make time pass quicker. Ooh.
Man, I fucking feel this shit. Although I'm not a girl, obviously, but I feel this because I remember growing up, and it was during that stage in my life where I was in school, but then I was in school, but I wasn't really going to school. So it got to a point to where I was skipping school so much that I ended up getting kicked out of school. And then after that happened, and actually before that even really happened, I was barely at home. My mom kind of kicked me out without actually kicking me out. Put it that way. It's, but regardless, man, I just remembered finding things to pass time and being a kid, and you're hanging out with other kids, and at the time those are the cool kids or whatever. So you're doing whatever the hell they do. So if it came to us sneaking in the cars at night or, doing stupid stuff, whatever it took to make some money so we can go buy some weed and some pills, because where I'm from, where I grew up in Florida, that's what it was about. When I was growing up, was pills and weed. So we do whatever it took for us to find some money. Not whatever it took. We wouldn't hurt anybody, but we'd steal and stuff like that. but just doing whatever it took to get that fix and pass time. And that's all. That's what we thought was like. That's what we thought was the right thing at the time. Like put it this way, like we didn't know any better, so we just knew all we knew was we wanted to get high and fucking party and hang out and do all that shit. So, but no, this shit's hitting close to home though, because I was in a pretty rough port growing up too, man. Like my childhood was not definitely wasn't no peaches and roses and rainbows and unicorns and all that shit. No, not at all.
Now you're dope sick in a highway motel alone. All we know is climbing fences in the dark.
Yep, stealing shit from stores and I actually got caught at Walmart one time, man. I got caught and it took a while because like I stole shit from that Walmart for like months, but at the time I didn't know they had some secret security. Like there's a whole security staff that works in all the Walmarts. If you guys didn't know that shit, and it's all they do. Their job is to look at the camera. But I didn't know it at the time. I was like 16 years old, and I'd steal candy because what I would do was I'd steal candy and I'd sell it at school. That was my little thing before I got into weed and shit. But I ended up getting caught up. I was walking out the store, and then like some dude with fucking regular clothes on ran up to me and was like, "What are you doing? Stop!" And I was like, "What?" And I started running, and he fucking chased me down and dragged me back to the office and shit. And dude was fast too. That dude was fucking fast. I was already almost out the door. He was at the back of one of the aisles, and he fucking caught up to me before I even like got anywhere out of the parking lot. It was crazy. But yeah, man, I remember that shit though. Crazy stuff right here, man. So like I said, man, you guys let me know, but apparently, Nova didn't have the nicest fucking upbringing and shit like that. So she had to do whatever she had to do to fucking survive. For the ones we lost in the park. Yo, that shit hits so hard, and I think that relates to you ain't gotta be. I know it's called Lost Girls, but I feel like you don't have to necessarily be a girl for this shit to impact you and hit you. Um, I feel like anybody that had a rough upbringing, and that could be, whether you lived in possibly lived in the foster system or whatever. Maybe you only had one parent. Maybe you had parents, but maybe they weren't really like in your life, or maybe whatever it may be, man. I feel like a lot of kids, a lot of people growing up, dealt with shit like that. Growing up rough, I should say. And yeah, man, I feel that because a lot of that shit, I wasn't into like the crazy hard ass drugs or anything like that, but it was always weed and pills and at that time we do whatever the fuck we needed to do to fucking get the money to get that shit. And eventually I started selling weed, but still, man, like that shit's fucking crazy. And I look back now and I'm like, wow, I was fucking dumb. I could have fucking have been killed. I could be fucking have went to prison, all types of shit, but I fucking scathed through. And I had a lot of friends that got caught up with that shit. And some friends now that died from, progressing and with that lifestyle, you progress. And then after a while, weed's not enough. Then they start doing other harder drugs and then they get addicted. Crazy, ruin their lives and everything, man. But that was a very impactful song from Nova right there, man. Awesome track. You guys let me know, was she like brought up in the foster system? Because like I said, I heard her mention it before. So, but yeah, Lost the girls. That shit hit hard. I don't care who you are. That shit fucking should impact anybody, man. Uh, Most kids should be able to. I don't want to say most kids because not everybody's brought up. And people are brought up differently, man. But you guys let me know what you thought about this track right here. And stay tuned for more reactions. Subscribe, hit the bell if you haven't. And I say hit the bell because if you don't hit the bell, then YouTube won't notify you. And it's a whole thing. And then I get people commenting, oh, I didn't know you dropped this like half a year ago. Yeah, half a year ago, man. But I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. Enjoy the rest of your day. Until next time, Bar Sponge out. Peace.